Welcome back to Ace Attorney, or Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Second stream of it. Started a little late, but only like 6 minutes, it's fine. I was distracted. Oh, I never did check what that notification was. Oh, it knows. Oh well. Anyway, yes, I am back to the game. Let me just open it up. Last time we went through the first episode in it, and now we should be moving on to episode 2. See how that goes. Found out Phoenix is no longer an attorney. We have our new character to play as. I like him. He's very cute. He says I don't need to be told about the autosave every time. This is capturing... yes. Cool. I have an autosave. Interesting. Make sure I'm sitting up properly. Especially so I don't move around too much, because my chair is like that. Okay. Episode 2, Turnabout Corner. As long as we draw breath, the wheel of fate turns. Was Phoenix getting hit by a car? Spinning big crimes and little crimes together. And when the wheel stops, you die. Okay. June 15th, 9:12 a.m., Wright & Cole offices. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here. Honest. Here, being the legendary Wright & Co. law offices. This place is a mess. Actually, there's not that much of a mess. There's just a bit of clutter, but also there's spaghetti. So that's maybe a problem. Maybe it's some sort of prop, actually. Okay, Justice. Time to stop trembling. Who might this be? Huh, he must be here for the interview, right this way. Who's... huh? Oh, you. Hello there. You found the right place. You found the right place. Welcome. What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin what? Right, first things first. Any special talents? Talents? Yes, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess defending? Defending. An unusual talent, but it'll do. A little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Uh-huh. Go ahead, show me, defend. Just give it all you've got. Don't hold back now. What are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson, a professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend? No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? Huh? The Wright and Cole offices, right? Oh. I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Oh, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again? What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Ah, hello. I just got here in episode 2. Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place. I'm Trucy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. Huh? Yeah. I finished, that a bit ago. Like, I guess 2 streams ago. That would have been Monday, I guess. It all came flooding back. The trial. That girl. Hello, sir. Please pick a card. That's right. Oh, that's Venus. That's right. She's my daughter. Trucy Wright. It was pretty good. Definitely stood out when people were like, and where could Maya be? And no one, like, mentioned, you know, the fact that the dead girl must be using a body from somewhere. They pointed it out eventually, but, like, it's like, I don't know. You maybe should look at what you have in front of you. Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo. Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Oh, we got new buttons. Only seem to be the same things, they're just different looking. Well, let's look around then. Oh, camera movement too. Got one of those things. A strange split box leers at me from the wall. Is this one of those boxes for cutting people in half? That's right! This cabinet's used for an illusion called the zigzag. I've seen one on TV, but why is one just sitting here in your office? Oh, it's a little big for me, you see? So I'm using it as furniture. Hats in the top, shirts in the middle, and pants down below. I think it's a nice touch, don't you? It's not exactly what I'd call a welcoming decor. Got a trophy? Oh, the plant. Don't touch Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie? He's been in this office much longer than I have. Daddy's mentor had a great fondness for Mr. Charlie. He's lived here since Daddy was a rookie attorney. Huh. Mr. Charlie. Right. Now I take care of him. Okay. Plant. We got books. All these legal books must be Mr. Wright's leftovers. There's a lot of unrelated books in here too. One trick a day, magic for idiots. I think a pro magician would aim a bit higher. Some sort of tea thing? That table doesn't look very sturdy. You've never seen one of these? It's a magic table. So, like, you make this teapot disappear? So you might think, but that's not it. Before your very eyes, the contents of the pot change. From Earl Grey to Darjeeling. Kinda hard to see the difference, I think. Hat. A blue silk hat, just like the one Trucy's wearing. Oh, that's just for show. Don't wear it, please. Last thought from my mind, honest. I put it there so clients can see it and know who I am. Nothing says magician like a silk top hat. Tiny guillotine. There are all sorts of strange paraphernalia sitting on top of the piano. Those are my magic props. Practice, practice, practice. A professional never leaves their weapons far from reach. You can't play the piano with all this junk on it. Oh, no one plays here anyway. And the neighbors complain. I guess Mr. Wright really can't play. Got a picture of someone? An old sepia-tinted photo of a man in a silk top hat. That's my favorite magician. I want to be just like him someday. Clover. Sure, nice. Guess it's good to have a role model, even if he's gotta be well over 100. How rude! Spaghetti. Whoa, that fork's floating. Not. Why do you have a plate of plastic spaghetti here? That right there is the whole reason I became a magician. Do tell. I saw a plate just like that in a restaurant once. The floating fork looked so real. That's when I knew. Someday I'd make magic more amazing than that spaghetti. Sure. Got a ring? That's one of those hula hoop things everyone was crazy about way back when. Really? I had no idea these were that popular. Well, I'm not so bad with one myself, actually. I'm still learning. So you can really make someone levitate with it? Show me! Huh? I have no idea how. It's just a normal hula hoop, isn't it? That looks like everyone. Doesn't have like a ping thing or anything. Alright, let's talk to you then. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet! Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people? Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I am a professional, you know? Right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright. Pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why, there are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic. I'll give you that. UI feels like it's taking up more space. So you're you're Phoenix Wright's daughter. That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of a sugar daddy, get it? No. I'm in charge of this whole office too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? 15? How old is Mr. Wright? Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year. Yeah, you must be, like, adopted. I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? You know about that? Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Addie about it next time I get a chance. Addie, you're right. That reminds me, about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Addie's not here right now. He's in the hospital. The hospital?
Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better.
What? Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit.
Oh, the Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close.
Alright, well, I'll be going now, and I'll, give this showbiz gig some thought, okay?
Wait, I'll go with you.
June 15th, 9:45 a.m., Hickfield Clinic. I don't think you can be in the bed with all that stuff. Why do you have so many, DVDs? I don't even see a DVD player. So, this is Mr. Wright's hospital. You. I didn't like you before, I don't like you now. Visitor Zarya? Yeah, are you the doctor? Yep. Dr. Hitfield's the name. That's...
Good morning, Doctor.
Yeah, there, Drucy. Cute as ever.
Is this Daddy's room?
Oh yeah, so she's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Drucy? Got any place you'd like examined? Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Hi, if it isn't Daddy-O, the cutest little thing in town. Guess I'll be off then. Later, Drucy. I don't like you. Wow, what an odd bird that guy was. Good morning. Didn't expect to see you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. Let's sit around. You have so many DVDs. Mr. Wright's bed is... Mr. Wright's bed. It's really messy.
Look how messy this is. You're just hopeless without me, aren't you, Daddy?
Yikes, she's attempting to clean up. Look out. You got me. What can I say? I was raised in a barn. Try not to let word get out, Apollo, if you don't mind. Yeah, it might ruin your illustrious career pretending to play the piano. Got the Steel Samurai. What's that on TV? Looks like some sort of action hero show.
Oh, I know that one. That's the Stifling Samurai. His Booger Flick attack is a big hit with the grade school crowd.
I had no idea you liked this kind of stuff, Mr. Wright. Well, what else is there to do when you're stuck in bed? Besides, the episodes will just keep piling up if I don't keep up, you know? Yeah. Try not buying them. Well, it's the only time I get to watch and write up my reports. Your reports? It's a long story, like a lot of things, actually. I feel like I'm not differentiating Phoenix and Apollo's voices well enough. Something on my screen. And we got those flowers, aren't they? These flowers mean something. They have some symbolism. Is it death? It might be death. Not exactly what you want in your hospital. A swinging, spiraling stack of DVD cases. The Steel Samurai, the Nickel Samurai, the Pink Princess, the Zappy Samurai Electric Bugaboo. They're all children's action hero shows. This kid I know keeps sending them to me. Huh. Like a niece or nephew? Something like that. Quite the collection. This kid's parents must be really generous with their allowance. Honey, Mr. Wright doesn't seem like the type that kids would like. Little piano. This looks like a child's toy piano. Out of practice, wouldn't want my fingers to get stiff. Pro always keeps his weapon close at hand. Shall I play you to him?
No, thanks.
How unfortunate. So rarely get a chance to play.
Dad, you snuck some grape juice in again. The doctor said you weren't supposed to drink that here.
Trucy, look at the label.
Oh, deep sea mineral water. That's fine, I guess.
I switched the labels. Don't tell Trucy, okay? What can I say? The man loves his grape juice. Assuming that this actually was just changed from alcohol, like it tends to be in many things, that's probably not, like, great. Now, what sort of things do I have in my record? Just these. Alright. Why are you here? So, what happened? I could have imagined. Me, victim of a hit and run. You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air. Only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. Huh? He really is as lucky as they say. Her ankle. There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big, not fat, but you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child.
Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore.
You'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. My foot. I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius.
Aw, Daddy.
You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. So why did you contact me? What's that noise? What could the Right Talent Agency possibly want with me? No need to get prickly now.
Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But didn't you come to the office of your own free will anyway?
Well, yeah, of course. Help! We're in big trouble here at the office. Big. I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them's in the hospital.
That's right. That's right, Hattie. How are we supposed to pay this man's rent? And the groceries?
Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall.
Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid.
In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school. Again.
No, I can't. I only just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us! Polly!
Huh? What? Now it's my fault. Who's Polly? What are you talking about? Did I read that wrong? No. What are you talking about? What's that noise? On that note, how about you come work for us? I got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say.
You got him, Daddy. Hook, line, and sinker.
Now it's time to reel him in. It's official. I'm scared. Alright, what's up then? Who is this client? Alright, so who's the client? Ah, yes, here. Take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night, I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indochin pasta joint Alden Days. Indochin. That might not be how that's pronounced. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Uh-huh. You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. I'm the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole. Whoa, hold on. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. And you can stick it to him in court. I don't think that's how a defense attorney works. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke. Huh?
Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know? Even ones that aren't very funny.
Your real client should be stopping by the office anytime now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? Mark the scene of the tragedy on this map. People Park. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. So he's going to make me investigate this after all. Map added to the court record. Shows the area around Mr. Wright's office. I suppose I'll go then. June 15th, 10:05 a.m. Wright Talent Agency. Wright Talent Agency. Hey, hey, hey. Who is this? How long are you planning on making me wait, huh? Who could this be?
Good morning.
Oh. Hey there, Trixie Doll. Sounds like Pop's on a bit of a rough spot, huh?
All's well that ends well, I guess.
This our client is... So, is that Polo the... So, is this that Polo fellow, eh? Oh, what the... Yes, the name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all cross-like, ready to fight. Yes, sir, you don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Polo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? It's too late for the defense. My castle's been stormed, my keep's been kept, my noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle?
You know Mr. Eldoon from the noodle stand, don't you? You know Mr. Eldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly?
Oh, that's a nickname for Apollo, I see. No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know him. You're new in these parts. Not really. And you know the best noodles in town, Eldoon's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles. Help me out here, Trixie Doll.
This is Mr. Guy Eldoon, our client.
Most people's names are puns on something. I don't know what that is, though. Eldoon.
Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Eldoon?
okay? Anything for you, Jersey doll. So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Eldon? Guy Eldon's the name. Noodles are my game. Secrets of the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for a year and a half. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectations on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodles to 15 sons.
That's a pretty old noodle.
Aye, fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well. Oh. There's no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy.
So, it was like destiny that you became what you are.
Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So last year I started my noodle stand. 15th generation of Eldon's noodles. This has nothing to do with the guy. Something he said just reminded me. The like painter style that was the thing to show off the case in the last chapter didn't seem to end up relating to it in any way in the end, which is odd. I wonder if that'll come back later. It did seem like there might have been more to what was going on there than we were actually shown. Oh well. Let's hear about your noodles. So tell me more about Eldon's noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles. Make them so salty, why they're saltier than salt. Now I really don't want to find out.
Hattie's a regular at his noodle stand.
He frequented my pop stand back in his attorney days too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry, I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny. Eh? Heck, I wish I could. Give anything for a bowl right about now.
What do you mean?
Stolen! My stand gone. Stolen? This kind of still doesn't sound like something a defense attorney needs to deal with. It was last night. Do my rounds, blow my whistle. That's not a whistle, but okay.
It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints.
Nah, you're just trying to butter me up. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle. Closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. And this morning, dark and early, was gone. I keep my castle low. Meraktis Clinic. Maybe some bum cutter carted off? Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too.
That's the saddest thing I've heard all day.
You know it. Anyhow, that's the deal. Good luck. Huh? Wait, what exactly is your request? My noodle stand. Find it. The day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make it so hot and salty, too bold to kill a man. Then I'd really need defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Oh boy. Get it back today if you can, Polo. I got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves.
Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo.
Uh-huh. I have a bad feeling about this. Ah, listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. You're still here.
I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen.
Hey, what's this? Davian skullduggery.
Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. Okay.
Oh boy.
Can you not chew on your hair?
So they were, stolen your,
My panties, yes.
Right. Right. That's a crying shame, that is, Drusy Doll.
I was alone in the office last night. And hung my panties out the window to dry. When a thief came and took them. My favorite panties.
Why is this happening?
I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait.
Why is there a doll? Why were you hanging them out the window? Many things wrong with this scenario. Oh, that was certainly brave of you.
But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do.
Darn crying shame, yep.
Well, at least the scene of the crime is convenient. Mark it on your map.
I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Polo. Right. And you'll up Drusy Doll. You know up Drusy Doll here with 2 a year. I can speak.
Things certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, now we have 3 cases.
I guess.
Let's see where we stand.
Not in a courtroom, that's where.
Well, the first item on our list. Fink's right. Daddy's hit and run accident. We have to find the one who hit him.
Who's going to pay us for this again?
And the second item. Mr. Eldon's request to find a stolen stand.
For which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles.
And the last request is mine. To find my stolen panties.
That bowl of noodles is looking better and better.
Let's go, Polly, to the streets.
Aren't you enthusiastic?
How can I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me.
Guess we might as well get started. Let's see. Hit and run, a stolen stand. Last but not least, stolen panties. Okay. Suppose we'll head here first. Kitaki. Got like fox stuff going on. June 15th accident scene. Paint everywhere. So this is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car?
According to the map, this is the place.
What a huge mansion.
Apollo, there's a nice looking lady over there. Let's question her.
Okay. I'm a little curious about, the park over there, too. Why are you climbing the fence? Hi.
Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something?
Oh, husky voice? How's that? I think that's meant to be lower. Sort of breathy type. You want something? That might be it. With that husky voice.
Why am I suddenly sweating? That's quite a house you got there. You must have a lot of money.
Well, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is Kitaki family mansion, you little girl. You, kid with the hair, you want something? Maybe that's too breathy. That seems hard to maintain properly.
Me? No, not a thing. Bye. Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something?
But the Kitaki family. They're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. Normal. Cool. If you're going to ask for something, ask it. If you're man enough.
Oh, right. Way to whip him into shape, ma'am.
Does she know no fear? I'm Plum Kitaki. Wife of the fourth head of the Kitaki family business. Friends call me Little Plum.
I'm little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now. E&M. Why in the world are they on these buttons? Excuse me? It's like all the way over here. Who designed this? Okay, let me check my controller, actually. I wonder if my controller would do better, or if it would have an absolute fit when I try to plug it in and mess up everything. Because it's a Switch controller. They like to do that. I tried to plug it in when I was playing Deltarune to see if it would help with something that I thought needed 8 directions to do, which would be better than the on a stick than the keyboard. But no, it flipped out and ate like half my items before I unplugged it. And I had to reset. Okay. Okay, no, it looks like it's just working. That might be better anyway. That didn't mess anything up, did it? Everything looks fine. Okay, yeah. Oh, hi. I just wanted to look. Who's that? She's looking at the park. She's pretty. I bet she has a story, you know? There is something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. Okay, no. So she's there, but we can't actually speak to her right now. Let's look around first. We have the inside. Wow, what a big house. The gate is so big. The Kitaki family is pretty big around these parts. I like the fox. It's so cute.
Ah, that's a family crest from the old country.
Your family crest?
Old country. We're as clever as the fox, and our teeth are sharp.
So it's like a motto. You need a crest too. You need a crest too, Apollo. Oh, how about the Scales of Justice or a lunar lander? I'll pass. Thanks.
Door. There's paint splashed all over this gate. What a mess.
Was this paint knocked over by the car that hit my daddy?
That's right. Now I'm left to clean up the mess. If you find whoever did this, bring the scoundrel by, would you?
Of course! And you can make them clean up their own mess.
You're cute. Naive, but cute. When I find whoever did this, you can bet I'll be doing some cleaning. There's nothing I dislike so much as a mess.
Ooh, I wish I could say cool things like that.
I'll bet you do.
I'd laugh if my teeth weren't chattering so hard.
Sign. No. Paint. No, the dragon here. A brightly painted dragon. Why do I get the feeling he's glaring at me? Those paints must have been to repaint this wall. That's right. I called in an artist to do the job right. He's the third so far. The third? First, they'll paint all over the entrance here. The second on my kimono. So No, don't tell me. It's better that I don't know. Oh, there. What's happening? Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey! Hey, miss! Stay out of the park! He got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? Huh? No. Move along, nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play somewhere else? We're not kids, and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong? What is this? Ah, Detective Sky. We're fine, man. Nothing to report. Detective... Oh! You're, You were Lana, weren't you? Or was that the sister? Were you Emma? You were one of those, certainly. Detective? Why is she wearing a lab coat? You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are... Curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers. Oh, why don't you kids run along and play somewhere else? Look, we're not... I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. My dose of experimental hydroxyacylunodocitrase? Hydroxyacylunodocitrase. Something like that. Come again? What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out the riffraff, if you would. Yes, ma'am. Are we going to get more information like this? Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh yes, that nice woman. I can look at it again. I gotta say, I'd really like to know what happened here. Hey, I said no one goes in. Unless you want a face full of hydroxyacid, what's it? Whatever. No dice. Garbage. There's a big trash can on the way into the park. Guess we could check it out. A detective's life sure is a hard one. An attorney actually... Huh? 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. The Maractus Clinic. Okay, so it's the same as in that thing. They look like the slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo! Doesn't this go in a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone. Wait, you don't think... I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, when he took off its mirror? I never knew Daddy was so strong. I only have room in my pocket for one of these, though. Which do you want to take? I have pockets. I mean, just having seen the mirror, I think is good enough to be able to see if we can find the car. We've seen that it was... Which one was it? It looked like the one that would be on the right, I think. And it's green. That should be plenty to identify the car once we find it. So let's take the slippers. Slippers crammed in pockets. Slippers for patients at the Maractus Clinic. Was found in front of Kitaki Mansion. Cool. goodness. What are you doing? Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident. Why is there an ambulance here? You put your groceries on the stretcher? What's happening here? Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now don't you tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home. Please get down from there, you'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite the determined old lady. Okay. Now we'll talk to you. What's up? Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone so... Yes? Whoa! Whoa! What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Druzy? Oh, that seems like a bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters. Oh, that means you're the bad guys. Proceed through me, please. I'm begging you here. Bad guys. I like the sound of that. I'm going to need some warm tea after this. It takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So you're saying that business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business if we can help it, please. So there was supposedly a car accident here last night. Of course you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes. You're talking about that man, aren't you? One who flew 30 feet and just walked away. That's my daddy. I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man. Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much, industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since morning. Ugh. Cleaning up this paint? Not sure a broom's gonna help much with that, but okay. Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night. Heard a crashing noise. I found your father drowning in a sea of paint. See, you came to his rescue? You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint, then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please go through me. Don't be such a stiff lawyer boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yes. But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. Boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the paint on the street to deal with. Public facilities? I wonder if she means that trash can. Yeah, we looked at it already. Actually, I can like look at these closer. No, you don't care about that? Paint on the bottom. A leaf. Okay. What is with my controller? It's like... The bottom is covered with paint. Oh, what's this weird shape here? Looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped in some yellow paint.
So the outline was left when the leaf was removed. Ah, I got paint on my hand. Apollo, I saw you try to wipe your hand on my cape. Okay. This is just the map. Did you hear about what happened at the park? Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago, huh? Gunfire. Someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too. You're kidding! What a morning! Trouble everywhere. Park, gate, even a house. Did something happen at your house, too? Crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. I want to hear about it. Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. Ah. This controller might be more trouble than it's worth. The stick is like sticking. So what happened at your house? Bloomers last night. I've got a bad feeling about this. Me, a little plum Kitaki, the victim of a panty snatcher. What? So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen? Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. It wasn't you, was it? No, of course not. Mercy, what was it? Why honking? Hello? That's probably not something I need to deal with. I heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties all have something in common. It's hard to imagine Trucy and Miss Kitaki's panties having much in common. Color, general location. I just imagine Miss Kitaki's panties. Ugh. I know, we'll find your bloomers too. Right, show me what you're made of. What have you gotten me into this time, Trucy? Oh, hello. Four-leaf clover. Scarf. That girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, Mother. She's a Kitaki too? Miss. I gotta differentiate voices better. Doing fine before. It's definitely that I heard someone out there. They're awake. Help. I think they're leaving though. Miss. Here, our flyer. Write anything agency. The Write anything agency. Anything agency. Why do you just have like circles on there? Actually, I guess it's supposed to be your phone number. There's just no number, so that's not a real one. Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office. We'll be waiting. Goodbye. Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. I suppose that's everything. I suppose we could show you the slippers. We found these in the garbage. Did you put them in there? Sorry, kid. I got no idea what you're talking about. Okay. Let's see the stand theft. Oh, this place is a mess. Why is there just a shack built in an alley? June 15th, scene of the stand theft. So, what's this place? This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly. Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. It's a dog. I can see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already. Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there. You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place? A hospital? There's a sign. Maractus Clinic. Oh, that's where the thief went. The thief? The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night. Wait, maybe that police car is here to find my panties. I doubt it. Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate. Oh, that's right. His name was Guy. It was just like some guy. Weird. Oh, there you are, Sonny. Well, you find anything yet? No, not yet. The longer you live around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that. This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. Let's take a look. We have a window. This house is, well, it's old. It's been well loved, that's for sure. I've lived here with my wife for many years now. You got space for that? It's got character though, just like my soup. I always thought character was a positive thing. Here's dog. Look at doggy. Good boy, Salty. I'm sure the dog has a real name, Trucy. It sure does. Name's Spoon. And it's a she, by the way. Spoon doesn't seem so lively. She didn't get her bowl of salty broth this morning, that's why. Not sure that much salt's good for dogs. Poor little thing. Apollo, let's find that stand soon, for Spoon's sake. I'm pretty sure dogs aren't supposed to eat noodles. I mean, the noodles aren't the problem. Like, it's probably not great, but, like, it's not gonna hurt them. It's just like, what are ramen noodles made of? Flour of some sort, I think. But, like, maybe not normal flour? I'm not sure. That's the place right there. That's where I kept my stand, covered all nice and pretty with that blue tarp there. So you use this plastic sheet to cover your stand at night? I see. You see? What? Did you figure out why it was stolen? Well, no, but it does suggest the thief knew what he or she was looking for. They clearly knew what was under that sheet. So it wasn't one of those casual drive-by stand snatchers, you mean? Not bad, Sonny boy, not bad at all. Okay. Bowl on the ground. Is this yours, Mr. Eldoon? Hey! There's the heart and soul of Eldoon's noodles. The bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty soon it's gonna taste just like noodles. Wow, it does smell like noodles. That's ceramic. You gotta wash it better. All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back for me, Sonny boy. I'm begging you. Full attitude court record. Custom made Eldoon's Noodles bowl. Decorated with the Eldoon's Noodles mascot. Is it now? So we'll take a look once we're done looking around. There's a handwritten sign here. Save the light. Save the light indeed. Mr. Eldoon's house is practically in the dark here. I guess the hospital and the clinic next door blocks the sunlight. Everything's gone wrong since they built this monstrosity. Broth needs sun or it rots. What's a man to do? Here's where my customers get food poisoning so they can turn a pretty profit. That seems like a lot of trouble to go through for a few extra patients. Looks like the oil drum's connected to that sink over there.
Collecting rainwater to do the dishes. How environmentally conscious.
You don't think he uses rainwater to cook his noodles and make the broth, do you?
Oh, I'm sure he finds the best water money can buy. Taste is business, you know? Look, that sign over there. Aldun only uses water from all natural sources.
I think I'll take a rain check on heating here. Yeah, if it's running off here into the from the gutters, yikes. No. That's quite a sign. I take it it's new as opposed to old. Oh, you like it? Made it myself, I did. Meant to write noodles, but ran out of space. You're real bad at judging space.
Prior planning prevents poor performance.
Lucky for me, it spells a word all by itself. That spruces my image, it does. This has a certain power of willful denial thing going for it. Let's see, that's all on here. How about this? Police car? I'd understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car.
Maybe they're tax evaders.
Sorry miss, no going into the clinic today.
Did something happen?
Oh no, nothing to see here, move along. You have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look like the right age to be playing doctor? Why would you assume that instead of assuming she was there for, like, medical purposes? Hell, we need a little more info on this Maractus clinic.
We could ask Mr. Eldon. He is their neighbor after all. And we should check out the garage. Or if the thief who stole my panties is still in there.
Shops for the price of one. Yikes. Looks like they have a special offer going on.
3 shots for the price of 1. Ooh, now's our chance, Apollo.
Just for what? I don't need any shots, thank you. Whoever runs this clinic, they seem pretty business-minded.
That doorway sure is sparkly.
The Maractus Clinic, huh? Looks more like a casino parlor than a hospital. They must be quite profitable.
Honey, it looks closed. Maybe they're on vacation today?
Alright. Let's talk to you then. So, your stand, Eldon's Noodles, was it? Aye, passed down from father to son. Stand seemed to share salt. Salt runs in the family, you might say. I bet high blood pressure does too. So, your stand, Eldon's Noodles, was stolen. Oh, it wasn't just the stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend.
No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo.
Isn't it about time you bought a new one anyway? Yeah, but that costs money. What's it look like? Are there any more details you could give me about the stand? You bet, sonny boy. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, crying the town I was. The smell of broth filled the streets, thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m., I reckon. Guess he's not aiming for that late night market. Washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease, then I went inside. When did you notice it had been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early.
That many people eat noodles for breakfast?
I'm washed up on the salty shores of ruination. That stand had my whole life in it, nay, my whole being.
They took everything?
All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams.
At least I left one bowl. Look, there on the ground.
If you don't find that stand today, I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl, my last bowl.
Please, I'm under enough pressure as it is. That's it. That's where the thief who snatched my paintings ran off to.
Crying shame, that is. If I had to steal, make my loincloth, not some pretty girl's panties.
The garage, right?
You don't think the thief lives here, do you? I wouldn't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor. Do I detect a little animosity here?
Let's make sure to check out that garage thoroughly. Hey, do you think something happened next door? There's a police car out front.
Probably still gave someone food poisoning, I'll bet.
If anyone's at risk of giving someone food poisoning.
The police car got here this morning, actually. Asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me. Neighbor. Tell me, the neighbor. Although I was surprised much, that doctor works for the wrong crowd. Just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him. The wrong crowd? Never you mind about that. Let me, like, look at this. Is this something about a mascot? Ah, so there is.
It's the Eldoon's Noodles mascot. Mr. Salty. He's so cute.
It's not a very endearing mascot, is it?
No, come to think of it. It looks a lot like you, Apollo. Especially the red parts. Can I help it if I like red?
It's on the bottom as well.
Oh, look, I love these little personal touches.
Seems like a shame to hide it on the bottom of the bowl. Huh? When I touched it, the paint flaked off.
You must paint it on by hand with warm, professional care.
After buying the cheapest paint he could find with cold, professional thrift. Fair enough. Can we, like, go in there through here? Yes, we're just sneaking behind the police car. Don't worry about it. Skeleton. There's a cat in here. Oh, it's the car. Well, that's simple enough. We have found the car that hit Phoenix. June 15th, Maractus Clinic Garage.
This is the place! This is where that panty snatcher ran.
Are you sure?
Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues to a panty snatching. Clues like a pair of panties.
Josie, could you try not saying panties so many times? Kitty, why are you yelling? Meow. He's so sad. Alright, I mean, first off, there's something about this car.
Let's take a closer look.
Why? Okay, you want me to see this, but look at this. There's also something under it, but there's many things going on here, really. First, identify.
Hey, look at that!
The mirror's been broken off. This is a clue.
What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue for me, are you, Polly?
A clue? Let's see. I don't have the evidence. I left it. I took the slippers. I don't need to show you evidence. Use your brain. Remember it. Not that I can think of. I can think of it.
No, then what were you smiling about?
Oh, I wasn't smiling. It was the dust in here. I thought I was going to sneeze.
Well, make face. So misleading then.
What's that? That are so misleading, I see. I know yawns are contagious, but sneezes?
Well, I'm sure there's gotta be a clue somewhere. Let's keep checking things out.
I'll get back to that. I guess I'll have to go back and switch it or something. Look, a cell phone. Why do you have a pocket watch attached to your cell phone?
Someone dropped it beneath this tire.
If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here.
We should bring it to him later.
Cell phone added to court record. Found in Maractus Clinic garage beneath a car. Who could have dropped it? And we have something in the tailpipe. That reminds me. I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago. Apparently, there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved into the tailpipe. That piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue in solving the case. Wow! I remember that case record whenever I'm checking out a car. And I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's gotta have a hobby, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey, there's something in there. What? Wait a second, are these your... My panties! What already? Oh, got that sorted at least.
Wow, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing.
No, really, don't mention it.
No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties.
What are those? Just like really short things?
My little panties, of course. They've come home to Mama. Can't wait to use them.
Wash them. You're going to put them on? Now!
Watch closely now. See? I'll begin the panties. Ta-da!
Whoa, where'd that come from? How did that bowl get in your panties? Okay. I hope this isn't a recurring theme. I don't like it. I simply do not care for that.
My panties are an extra-dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. They're my magic panties. It's one of my best tricks.
Magic panties.
I love them over at the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly.
You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner. Here's these panties put discreetly away in Trucy's pocket. Prop for performing magic. Found in an exhaust pipe of a car at Maractus Clinic. Oh, that's one case closed at least.
What are you saying? We still have to catch the sly devil that ran off with the tool of my trade.
Oh, right. Something tells me we're not finished searching this garage anyway. I can't do anything with that till I get the things. Let's look at everything else. Like a cat.
Hey, a kitty cat! Here, kitty.
Cute.
It's not coming down.
You do look kinda suspicious, you have to admit.
It's okay, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you.
It's okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear in her hat. Big open space. Something... I wasn't looking at the car. That was clearly, like, the doorway. Whatever. Box of things.
Someone's in there. Oh, it's just a gold-painted human skeleton.
Just a human skeleton and painted gold.
There's a mannequin hand waving to us from the box behind the skeleton. This place just screams hospital storage, don't you think?
It screams something, that's for sure. Look at this thing. That's probably the car some more. I guess we'll just go and pick up that thing from before. I think the controller's a much better choice. There's a side view mirror with some paint on it in the trash can.
I can only carry one thing at a time in my pocket, you know.
Should swap the slippers for the mirror. Yes. Sure, let's swap the evidence. Jersey, if you would.
I'm on it.
I don't know why. Like, I could carry something. I also. Oh, that's the sweeping. Whatever. Let's get something in the car. Wow, look at the car. Okay.
Hey, look at that.
The mirror's been broken off. Well, this is a clue.
What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly?
Clue. Let's see. I think I do have just the clue you've got in mind. Oh, I can look at it. Paint on it. Wires.
It's cut clean off. I wonder what's in there.
Don't. There are bare wires hanging out. I mean, yeah, but it doesn't have any electricity. Not on the mirror itself.
Let's see. Eek!
What? Are you okay?
Just a little joke.
Don't scare me like that.
You mean don't shock you? Zap.
Okay. Anyway, that's the wrong button. My clue is this. Guess that's not on the right side. It's just shaped weird.
Oh, it's the same color and size and everything. A perfect match.
I guess we could check it out.
2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car?
It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something or someone. Well, looks like we've just solved a case.
It's the car that hit Daddy last night.
Is sitting right in front of us, yep.
Wow, you put the pro in professional, Apollo.
Gee, thanks, Jersey.
Apollo!
What is it?
Now that we've solved this case, we should go report to Daddy. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him.
Okay. He doesn't seem like the type to mope, though. This is hardly a case worth reporting. Oh, let's head out. Didn't have any other ideas. I don't know where to find your stand. We're sort of limited in locations to go to. How do I... June 15th, Hickfield Clinic. Yo, how goes it?
Daddy, how do you feel?
Not bad, Trucy, not bad. It's good to have you young'uns on the case. Let old Daddy-O get some well-deserved R&R.
The elderly need the rest.
Isn't he only 33? How old's Apollo? 20-something, probably? We've cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you, competent,
capable. Tell me what you found out, if you want to. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming. Why are you yelling? Zuko! He's just going. Would you like to come in here? Well, I certainly didn't expect you to be back this early.
Polly's amazing. He found my panties so quick. Almost like he was the one who stole them.
You have an interesting concept of praise. And did you find the mad driver who gave me that 30-foot toss? Apparently it was a doctor from the Maroctus Clinic. Maroctus, eh? I've heard of him. Nothing good, mind you. That reminds me, a police car was parked outside the clinic.
Maybe something happened?
What is this Maroctus Clinic anyway? Well, I've heard of the rumors. That clinic's been making good money. In a bad way. Bad. Ties to organized crime. The Kentucky family. The Kitaki family? He did that on purpose. Some injuries you can't take to a public hospital, see? They use the Maroctus Clinic for their patch-up jobs. Interesting. Fair enough. Certainly not the worst thing they could be doing. Dun, dun.
It looked like something had happened in that park.
Body was found there in unusual circumstances. Something more unusual than being dead. It's not our concern, in any case.
Right, let's ignore that and find that noodle stand.
Whatever happened to professional career curiosity? Thanks, really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to this Maroctus place. Maybe hit him up for some reparations. A little legal action would do me some good. I was wondering when I get paid. I solved the case of your accident and found a missing article of clothing.
My panties!
That leaves the noodle stand. Feel free to drop in if you get stuck. I'd be happy to help with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro quo, hello pro bono. Ugh.
Right, back to the office to plan our next move.
Suppose we'll do that then. June 15th, Write Anything Agency. Oh, it's you. You're the woman from the Kitaki place.
Yes. I knew it. Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you've come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Tiala. Alita Tiala. I have a request.
Okay. Your request? Let me guess, something's been stolen?
Your flyer. It says now defending, so I thought.
What? You mean you want me to defend you? Me?
Maybe you can tell us what happened. Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiance, I suppose you'd call him.
Fiance? What happened to him then?
He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder? Have you heard about what happened at the park?
You have not. So, what's your story? You frequent the Kitaki mansion, yes? I just go through these in order, and so it's like
Well, now we're talking about something else. You a member of their, organization?
No, not yet. Not yet. You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son.
The boss's son, so he's, a gangster.
Yes, but the Kitakis are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change. For a change, quit my boring job, live a good gangster life. Hi, you think you're onto something? Mrs. Kitaki, I like the sound of that.
I'm not sure Daddy would care much for that. What happened?
I haven't been told all the details, but I do know a body was found in the park, near the Kitaki mansion. There were a lot of police cars there. Apparently the victim was shot with a pistol. I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual.
And your fiancé was arrested for this.
What sort of person is your fiancé?
Your fiancé is the Kitaki family's only son, correct?
His name's Waki Kitaki. I brought a photo.
Oh, that's quite the photo. He's interesting, that's for certain.
I know. Oh, he can be powerful and menacing, but so cute.
But if he's the boss's only son...
Yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm a boss already of this agency. Please help my Waki, please.
Right. First solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent.
I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those.
The request added the court record letter request from Alita Tiala for the legal defense of her fiancé Waki Kitaki.
Right, let's go check out the scene of the crime.
Oh, first we'll go to the detention center, see if we can talk to a guy. June 15th, detention center visitors room. You want for this as well?
Polly, he looks as happy as a clam in its shell.
For a lawyer, this is it. This is the place where the battle begins. You need something. Yes, we're attorneys. I was hoping we could see Mr. Waki Kitaki. Sorry, he's in questioning right now. Could take a while.
Right. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back later then.
So much for that battle. Okay. Suppose we'll be able to get to the park from here. June 15th, Kitaki Mansion. There's a motorcycle here. The guards left. So this is it. My first murder crime scene. Ah, it's you kids again. Well, can't you find some other place to play?
We're not playing. We're, investigating. Aren't we, Apollo?
Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of... Huh? Why does it say hit request on it?
Miss Tiala must have used the Kitaki's stationery.
Excuse me, coming through. Who's this? That's you, Mr. Gavin. You can't be the same guy. You got arrested. He got arrested. Also, I think he was paler. You do look like the same guy. Twins? Who's this guy? I must say I'm not used to being expected by the ladies. But this is the first time I felt this way with a man. Mr. Gavin? I'm used to being expected. I see. Oh, Fraulein, what is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help?
Yes. The policeman officer fellow won't let us in. The police.
Yes.
We even have a letter of request.
You must be exhausted standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime.
Oh, really?
By your leave, officer.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Very well. This way, Fraulein.
Whee!
Hey, what about me?
Well, there's the stand. June 15th, People Park. Why are you screaming? The cat is just like all the way in another room, just yelling for no reason. There's a knife in the ground. On that note, enjoy your investigation.
Thank you. Will we see you again?
Ask the wind, Fraulein. I'll be riding on it.
Who was that?
Apollo, look, a corpse.
What the? Hey, it's just a mannequin.
Wow, it sure got me.
Might I ask what exactly it is you're doing here? Who's this? Oh, it's you again.
Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here?
I think I gave them two similar voices, but I need to work on that. Distinguish. The thing is, I gave her a voice that was basically, back when she was in episode 5 of the first game, I gave her a voice that's basically like Maya's, but more airy, which is also very similar to the voice I'm using for Trucy. She's older now. Perhaps it should be different, slightly deeper.
Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here? Oh, this guy, well, he was more of like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again. That glamorous fop always getting in my way. Anyway, the scene is off limits.
Excuse me, we have a letter of request.
One moment.
Why is she holding that big magnifying glass?
I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says this was written by Alita Tiala. Thanks.
It took you 30 minutes to figure that out. So what's up with the mannequin there?
It's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. Are you talking about something that isn't the police mannequin?
The body was pulling the stand?
No, you do mean that thing.
Is that a mustache or the worst teeth in the world?
It's different than his hair.
So, you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Sky, in charge of this crime scene.
You were Emma. The other one was Lana.
She doesn't seem that happy about it.
She doesn't seem that happy about many things.
Trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case.
I'm looking at things. I found the cart.
Hey there, no messing with the crime scene.
I just wanted to look at it.
But we need to investigate. Apollo, look, that stand.
Why is there, like, stuff tied to the top of it? I mean, I guess the table might be you move it around and then you set the table down to serve people and then you pick it back up, but still, that seems like a weird way to set it. It says
Eldoon.
I've noticed. Well, we've solved the case of the missing stand, at least. Well, the circumstances could stand to be better. Heal, tarp, bucket, this thing.
Hey there, no messing with the crime scene.
I'm looking with my eyes.
But we need to investigate. Investigations are to be carried out by professionals, scientifically.
She's not going to let us check out the crime scene, is she?
Hey, Apollo. My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious.
I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice. Better check out what we came here to find, at least. I did that. Okay. And it's like, no touch anything. Don't look at it. Whatever. We'll talk to you.
Detective Sky. Quiet, please. Snack time.
What are those? Okay.
We're not making much progress here.
She must not be very busy.
I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years, and they won't give me the position I requested. Then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life.
He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney? What's up?
Detective Sky? Quiet, please. It's snack time.
Okay, I got it. I get it. I got it.
We're not making much progress here.
I never get to take a break. Won't give you the position. He gave up a defense attorney life. I'm a defense attorney. Did you know? I'm the defense attorney now. Look at it. If you could spare a moment to take a look at this.
Can't you see that I'm extremely, extremely busy?
Eating snacks, yes.
Busy eating snacks, I'd say.
This is going nowhere fast. I can't present a person in this. Whatever, let's go tell what's his name that we found his thing. The police have it, so you can't have it, but we know where it is. June 15th, Eldoon's house.
Oh, Mr. Eldoon? Hello?
Looks like he left.
We found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl?
Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll just have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry.
Oh, what a bummer.
Okay, well... Anything new happening in here? No. Okay, it'd be nice if it played at least a little bit of background music or something. Goodness. Anyone at the agency? You're still here. Do you know what phone this is? Oh, I didn't look at it. That would probably help.
Look at this cute little watch strap. I want one.
It's kind of odd, though.
What is?
I mean, if you wanted to know the time, you could just look at the phone itself.
Hey, you're right. Sharp, Apollo.
Thanks. Finally, some respect.
So what does that tell you?
Well, the owner of this phone doesn't think through the details, for one.
They did drop their phone, after all. Kinda figured they were a little spacey already.
Oh, good point. Anyways, this is yours.
I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry.
No, it's me who's sorry. It's really sorry. Okay. Are you out of the detention center yet? Can I speak with you? No? Must we have a whole loading thing every single time? Seems a touch excessive. She's gone. Odd. Whatever. Is this like your phone? I found it. It's pink.
If you could spare a moment to take a look at this.
You see, I'm extremely busy. I guess you didn't indicate you needed a phone, but like... Maybe if I just exhaust the last thing, you'll say something.
Detective Sky. Quiet, please. It's snack time.
Okay. Smash the button. Yes, eat food. Your weird chocolate whatevers.
We're not making much progress here.
Must not be very busy. I seem to get a lucky break. 9 years, won't give you the position. Phoenix has stopped. None of this is really... Alright, let's see. I could go back to the clinic. Maybe Phoenix has more to say. June 15th, Hickfield Clinic. Oh, you're back. Run into some problems.
Oh, Holly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something?
Who? Me? No, I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem? No problem. Actually, I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore.
The request was for me.
Alright. You're a lawyer, aren't you?
He's doing that on purpose. I know it.
just pops up and it just says murder. That's very funny. So, what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually.
Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime.
Did you know? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon.
I think the murder weapon was something else.
You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was?
That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway?
A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. Involved with this. Instead of, like, yet or something. You have more information than you're letting on, it would seem. So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me. Which would make her... She is... 25. Which would make you also 25? I think it was probably said last time, but I completely forgot.
That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, wait. Maybe you know that other guy, too.
That other guy?
That shining prince at the motorcycle?
Prince? Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucy's. Indulge a concern, father? He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? I guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances, after a fashion. Clavier Gavin. Rock and roll god incarnate.
Clavier. What a lovely name. He's so dreamy.
I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. What was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park.
Yeah, the detective woman won't let us.
Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it to her. It'll be fine, you'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Well, let's go get it then. So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh?
Whoa!
You know what this is, Trucy?
I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me.
This is getting more and more suspicious. White powder placed gingerly into pocket. Mysterious white powder with the alleged ability to improve Detective Sky's mood. It's the fingerprinting stuff.
Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is.
They're probably not something good to eat, regardless. That's right, I have to go this way. Ta-da. Look at this. I have fingerprint powder. Does this make you feel better?
Does this ring any bells? Is that?
It couldn't. Where'd you get that? I brought it from the office.
You work at the Wright & Co. offices, yes?
Yeah, sort of.
Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy?
Daddy? I'm sorry, but who did you say you were?
Trucy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter.
What? Mr. Wright has a daughter?
You seem shocked.
Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice,
then I'm available to help you in any way I can.
Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints?
I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright.
White powder memories. If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll test for prints. Oh, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Now we can look at things. And this is Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, obviously.
It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it?
That mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar.
It's going to be a little weird telling him, what with the corpse and all.
Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases.
That's right! Congratulations, Apollo!
And leaves us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. Got tarps on the ground. Blue tarps have been placed on the ground around the stand.
Apollo! I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here.
I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted.
Don't touch those! Those are preserving the crime scene.
Oh, I guess the police put these tarps here after all. Okay. This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. Looks less like a mannequin that's been dressed up and more like just a statue that's just shaped like this. A mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed.
Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief?
What, you think someone else killed him because he stole it?
Yeah. Taking care of business, little Plum Kentucky style.
Try not to sound too eager about that, please. Knife. It's a knife.
A shiv, to be precise. Ooh, lingo.
The defendant, Walkie Talkie, is the son of known gangsters. Police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Uh-huh. Look at this. There's a handprint on the shiv.
A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate.
Oh, okay. It's just... You're not gonna put that into...
Right. First, choose the fingerprint you want to examine.
Choose a fingerprint?
Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than one fingerprint there. Those black spots. That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze.
Was this one? No. Only this one is allowed.
Right, let's get detecting.
Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement.
First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. With the press of A, like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on. And blow it off. Blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use Y and... Wow, amazing. It's like magic.
I don't actually know how to whistle. I've never sorted that out.
Isn't it though?
Alright, let's give it a shot.
Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder.
It's definitely around here somewhere.
Good. Clear. Quite impressive. Next, to match the print. The police officer has samples so you can tell whose finger this print belongs to.
That doesn't sound like so much fun as actually finding the print.
Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. Probably have a good idea whose knife this is already.
I mean, if you think it's this... Yeah, that seems to match up. Okay. Right. So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant.
Yes, isn't it amazing? Oh, the power of science. It's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling.
And I'm dibbing.
Look sharp, spirits up. A real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly.
Trial hasn't even started, I'm already losing. Knife added to the court record, also known as a shiv, found at the crime scene bearing Walkie's prints. Cool. Oh, you'll probably talk about, won't you?
Report came in last night. The body was found, not just you see it now.
Except it was a real body. But why?
Why was a body pulling a noodle stand?
If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? Bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol.
A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age.
Unless you're a cop or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Pal Maroctis. Pal Maroctis. Like the clinic? Interesting. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Maroctis autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, June 14th, after 10 p.m. Cause of death, single bullet to the right temple. Okay. So they would have been standing on the other side from where we are. Provided the person was facing forward at the time, at least. And it wasn't moved.
I mean, really, what's up with this case?
It's enough to make me want to run off of pulling a serious noodle stand behind me.
Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from.
A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is... Okay. That's the other button.
Who's the old guy?
This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself.
He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work, thanks.
Noodle stand out of the court record. Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, victim died pulling it.
What sort of person was the victim anyway? I mean, what did he do? He was a doctor.
A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. Okay.
Oh, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene.
Detective Sky.
I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Ooh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensics expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here.
Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left?
What? What's that look for?
I was involved in an incident before I left.
But Mr. Wright and his people helped me out.
I owed them.
Really? I had no idea.
She's been out of the country for a while. She probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs.
Could you tell us a bit about the defendant?
He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes?
Kitaki. I don't know if he's... I don't know if he is the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. Violently. In the detention center. I see.
Why was he arrested in the first place?
You are a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his, by any chance?
Actually, yes, I am.
Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime.
Witness called the police. He'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. First case.
It was good.
Fun times. I really like Apollo sprites. There's definitely some pieces that seem to have been left unanswered, but I imagine they'll get to them later. Like, why the whole thing was done like a painter thing. I happened to notice when I was rewatching the VOD yesterday to check if it worked properly.
The witness called the police. He'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What?
Alright. Witness to deal with. Could you tell us a bit more about the victim?
Well, let's see. Apparently he's the physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there? What? You've been to the clinic?
Yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case for the stolen newsstand.
I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here?
That would seem to be the case.
But why? Don't ask me.
Okay. Anything else I can examine? I got interrupted because I had to do the fingerprints. There's got to be a good clue or two around here.
You and your trash cans. Go ahead and knock yourself out.
Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look, another pair of underwear?
Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties.
Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't...
They're not mine.
Could these have been stolen too? Bloomers added to the court record. Found in a trash can at People Park. Distinctive bloomers, to say the least. They don't look overly distinctive. They're very plain.
So, have you met the defendant?
No.
Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. Might think about wrapping up here and heading over.
Good idea. I don't know what good it'll do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. I've mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this. I mean, he wasn't killed with a knife, so the knife is like, whatever. The knife could be, like, entirely unrelated.
Don't worry, it's like a right tradition.
Some traditions I can live without. Oh, but I can look at this. The river, I guess. Benches line the river running through the park.
Ah, a little urban oasis. I bet children come here to splash around in the water.
Looks like there's a pretty stiff concrete bank. I don't think you could do that. That river's a little deep for splashing, and a little dirty.
Well, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing.
I mean, sure. Now let's head to the detention center then. Mansion. You're here now. I guess you're here to be like, hey. Hints, like Maya did, but I never really used that much. June 15th, Detention Center Visitors Room. I'm sorry, meeting for hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes! I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him.
The father? You mean like a priest?
I mean the suspect's father. Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself.
Not someone I care to meet.
Hi, you! You're the one on your way out. You're the one on your way out. Oh. Yikes. Ah, they're here. You have no eyes. Oh, this guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron? Milwaukee's lawyer. Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, fourth head of the Kitaki family. Capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes! My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, wouldn't be very good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You're, interesting.
You know, I wanted to go to the Clink. I like it in here. I wanted to go to the Clink. I like it in here. You... Oh, you must be Walkie. A G's not a G till he does hard times. Zoe. What? You'll see when I get out of here, things will change. Silence.
My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy.
Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that.
Ha! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man.
You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it.
I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow.
So much for talking to our client. We made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun, at least.
Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for this trial?
Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out.
To be continued. Are we gonna get to see your show, or are we gonna just go to the trial? Yes, please save. I guess it's just straight to the trial. Let's see. However, the alarm for feeding the dog is going to go off in like 12 minutes. So, I'll just go do that now. I'll feed the dog. I think I also need to feed the cat. Get some more water. There you go. I'm going out this way.
Dog has been fed. Okay. Everything looks good. Dog was fed. Yeah. Back to the game. Yes. June 16th, 9:46 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Huh? Mr. Wright's not here today? He said that his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine. As long as you're there, Tercy. Yes, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Ooh, do some now. I want to see or hear. Huh? Oh, okay. My name's Paul Justice and I'm fine. That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine, you know what I'm saying. Who is that? Not Apollo, someone else. Oh, you. Good morning. Yo, Sap. Hit me with a guilty verdict, gee. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Hockey, you'll be running your mouth like that in here. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real J's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realized. Trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. Well, June 16th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, there he is. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll there, Judge. Ah, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Okay. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. We're taking a leave of absence. You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we've got real popular. I just saying nine to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, Air Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than the VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength? You remind me a bit of Howl from the movie, specifically. Does that mean you're going to turn out to be actually very pathetic? I guess the movie Howl was somewhat less pathetic because he turned into a giant bird monster. That movie was weird. It went very differently than the book. And then it tried to take pieces from the book that simply didn't have any build-up or foreshadowing, like the prince in the end from who was the what's it called? The Scarecrow? They just did that at the end because that's how it was in the book, but it had like no build-up in the movie. It was very strange. Also, the English sub had some lines directly out of the book, but in very different contexts. Very odd. Everyone should read Howl's Moving Castle. It's good. There's also like 2 or 3 books, sequel books that came out after it, which are also good. How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength? The little boy who bested my brother.
It was worth canceling a show or two. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. For that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. A chung baby. The day we played my way. Fun. I think the words you're using might be German. I do not know German. What's that noise? Did you bring a CD player in here or something? Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Paul Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park, he was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it is an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you were to glare at anyone, Air Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. This crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Okay. Not yet. First, there's a little matter to be cleared up. Did you talk without the accompaniment? I swear I could see the guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? Motive, Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Hush, I did that already. Why did he kill the director of Maractus Clinic? Objection! Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so? As he did this morning. I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? Sorry, because you're... What is right?
They always say that on stage you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Poppy?
Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So you, son, are the defendant. Walkie, are you?
I ain't your son, old man.
You step up to a Kataki, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you'd best be prepared to step into jail.
You've got to hand it to him. Walkie sure has guts.
It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. Walkie-talkie's truth. I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. Messed up my op some bad. Then he just lets me go, without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in and get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night, you know? That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? His pad? You were saying you were one of the victim's patients. Stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. Okay. I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was whack. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. Alrighty. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, Pointy Locks?
So who do you think you are? Your lawyer. Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. Okay. So I'm gonna show him what's what. By someone, you mean... Was there anyone with a score to settle with this doctor? Besides you, I mean. But ask someone else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind and did what had to be done. Straight gangsta style. But why were you so mad at this doctor? You know, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man. Alright. This clinic about half a year ago. This stopped your operation. So you were a patient at the Maroctus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? I had a little run-in with the Rivales family. That's when I pulled a jack move. And ran into an ambush. She busted a cap right in me. Goodness. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. You ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time by yourself. Hey, it was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the Maroctus Clinic from there. Apparently, he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart and he's still alive. I can catch bullets between my teeth. But I never learned how to catch them with my heart. Can you now? The bullet stopped just short of my thumper. You know what I'm saying? It would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Get me take out a stupid bullet.
So as you say, the surgery was a failure.
That ain't all of it, Holmes. He just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? Whack, that's what.
I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though our doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go.
He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me. So I gotta go in and get another doc to patch me up again.
Okay. So this bullet is still...
You know it. I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart.
Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles.
Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man. Or no accident, that's for Chisel. Why are you talking like this?
Seems there were issues with this doctor.
And putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Lucky! Please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo. Back straight.
But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup.
Family checkup? That was the wackiest thing of all. All this cheese lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better die young than fade away of soy.
A relief to hear.
What's a relief?
Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you.
What?
Yes, Dr. Maroctus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life.
No way, that's whacked.
There is proof. The checkup report. Rocky's checkup report added to the court record. Results for checkup performed in June. Metallic object found in your heart. Ironic that you killed one man capable of helping you. Almost as careless as he was. Let me take a look at these.
I did actually look up close. Patient's name, Walkie-Talkie, age 19, male, report filed June 14th. Notes, metallic object found near heart, urgent exam needed. I didn't look at these very closely. Hello.
These Bloomer sure have a distinct design.
You certainly know who they belong to at a glance.
That way she doesn't have to write her name on them. Genius.
I think writing your name would be easier than drawing a plum blossom. Is there not also a name on it? There's certainly something there. I can look at this whole thing in 3D. Fun. Noodle.
Huh? Look at this, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon spelled his name backwards on his side.
I think that says noodle.
As in Eldoon's...
As in Eldoon's noodles. I saw her face move.
Huh? Oh, I get it. So the name of the store is the same whether you read it forwards or backwards.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Well, except for the last S.
And how about a store called Team Meat?
Close, but that would be Tame Mate backwards. And what kind of store is that?
A store that sells meat. It's not meat unless it's Team Meat.
Okay. This is maybe not the time to be doing this. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness.
Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden.
I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Hi. Let me just... this chair. This combination of the chair and the desk being weirdly shaped, I simply... there's not a good way to sit. So, you will tell us your name and occupation. My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take you refer to some labor of profit society, large sports livelihood, under which a definition I must be unemployed, however, the meaning of identity, which commonly attached to the notion of occupation. Once we have accepted this reality, you can see that our confusion is not gestalt per se, but instead derives from the vagueness inherent of all representations of thought. By which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I am not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, holding my... Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You ask quite simplistically what I saw, however. Understand that Homo sapiens possess two eyes and those designed to receive and interpret data, sending images in the form of signals. Okay. A night in the park. At night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping, when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another facing another. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Incorrect. Was there anyone else in the park at the time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. The court accepts this into evidence. Weapon left at the crime scene. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were wiped. 2 rounds. Interesting. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy, why are you staring like that at the witness?
That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before.
Not sure where. Unless you mean he's the guy who stole your underwear. Pass through the park on the way home shopping. On the way home from shopping, you say? Why go through the park? Fascinating inquiry. Revealing me capable of being insufficiently verbose. Let's consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I'm capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes, 24 seconds to repeat each set. However, on average, 6 minutes. The case in the question of verbose, admittedly not to you. Okay, that's enough. I get the idea. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish this cross-examination sometime this month. Please have a recording booked after this trial.
I've got a show to perform.
Geez, sorry you're all so busy. One man pulling a stand, the another man facing him. Were these men talking by any chance? Now that you mention it, they were. I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as "you lied to me," "oh, and I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal." That's just as our defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart. If that's true, then this is a vital piece of testimony. Sounds like you heard them clearly enough to me. Oh? Might I be allowed to amend my testimony? What now? To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear on my diploma.
What's the difference?
And this other man, who was he? So not quite clearly, the man facing the victim was the defendant. How can you be so sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark. Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier. See, in class I always sit at the very backmost seat. Do you know why? Who cares? Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes. And this relates to your testimony. How? I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is a hard, immutable fact.
He sure is confident.
He seems to be telling us the truth, too. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Are you sure this pistol you saw is the same as the one just submitted as evidence? Am I sure? Surely you jest. Or so a common witness would be tempted to say. But I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park, which indeed my field of vision restricted due to levels of insufficient information. Consider that pistol, yes, we call it Object A, was surrounded in darkness. It becomes difficult to say with certainty Object A was indeed Object A.
I think he means he couldn't see it that clearly.
My badge for a normal witness. Yet the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired? Yes, of course it was one shot. Why do you ask? Ha! Contradiction, finally. That's not the most obvious contradiction, I'd say, but sure. Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, this pistol was fired twice. Clear Good eyes, Justice. You're cool, real cool. You really think so? Yet there's no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night. Meaning? The pistol came from the Kitaki family mansion, yeah? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During, perhaps, another altercation? He's got a point.
Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before he even spotted the problem.
He seems pretty confident in his testimony.
We always make the biggest mistakes when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it.
Right. Better give that testimony another listen. Facing him quite clearly. Pistol. Square in the forehead. That's not correct. Up. Single blow to the right temple. Objection! Phew, if that's all of it, I think I may have a chance. Is that you relaxing, I see, Justice? We're... Objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet. Right.
Look at this. The autopsy report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right, problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound. I hit the button that made the text disappear. Whoops. The location. You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? I've already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not of geometrical absolute. What do I mean by this? For example, the deflection of a meter is something wavelength the light emitted by a krypton particle. We all know, in addition, it's well-known fact that krypton particles are rare and invisible to the naked eye, which points to a basic fallacy in your line of reasoning, namely that Mr. Justice. Yes. What's your objection to these krypton particle things? This is the big time, and you are obsessed with something so small. You disappoint me. No, I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. Temple. Mr. Stickler, he said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it? I like how his hair pops up like that. It is, right? Finally. Objection! Now what? Justice. Justice. Yes. Your tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago? Phoenix right, was it? He's alive. Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony. Hey, forehead. Forehead? This isn't even that extreme. He just doesn't have, like, bangs. Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!" And you, Fraulein?
Me? Well, I'd probably scream, "Eek!"
And you, Stickler, what did you shout, I wonder? If the victim turned his head at the last moment... Yes, thank you for jogging my memory. Sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required. testimony. Night in the park too. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried. With composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. I see, so you attempted to stop the crime. Indeed, with composure.
Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that.
That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. What's that noise? Witness. Someone's driving a lawnmower down the alley. Okay. The witness, Mrs. Stickler, was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report. That does seem to be the case. Witness the power of a juror at Ivy University's Department of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. So you saw a raised pistol. Weren't you frightened? It can be said we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw that pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action. That was certainly brave of you. You might have gotten shot. You certainly were lucky. If I were the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind. Did not think of that.
He actually looks like he has no idea he was in danger.
Regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. Cease this at once, you two, I cried, with composure. Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice? They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed throughout the park. High. I was going for something lower, but sure. And the victim responded to that clarion call. Quite. The victim turned in the direction of my voice and a shot rang out. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned? Indeed, I would say about the same time, to be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for help? It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have time to take a single step.
I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him. I can speak.
Don't say that too loud, Trucy, please. Drink water. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly? He seemed quite surprised, especially considering that it was he who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed. He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked. A common tale, but true. Fortunately, before I could take further action, tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Just toss it right like that. No wiping off fingerprints. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal. It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time.
Doesn't something about that strike you as odd, Apollo?
What?
The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away.
According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes.
In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find.
Find something? Find what?
I like that contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go.
Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now?
At least the testimony's getting a little clearer.
Just right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Incorrect. Look at the lack. Oh, yes. Fingerprints were wiped.
Objection!
Wait a second. Not a misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you. Come again? Wait a second, you say? A second? Are we intended to wait just that? A single second, 1/60th of a minute? That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now would you ask for a longer period of time? Say 3 minutes, 35 seconds. Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor. Am I to understand you are objecting to the length of a second? Yes, I mean, no. Here, just look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it. Ah, common ploy made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran. That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints.
I mean, that could be solved by saying he had gloves on, but then we have the knife, which does have fingerprints. That was also there.
Ah, little girl sticking it to the university student. There's a song in there. Not little. And let's think like adults, shall we, Fraulein? Huh? What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves? Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo. You're wearing gloves.
Well, Mr. Justice, could the killer have been wearing gloves? The killer probably could have been wearing gloves. But what it actually wants to know is if the defendant were wearing gloves, which is a different question. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were white, which means some trace of prints remained, which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol.
That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of. That sounds solid to me. Well, Airforehead, any of your precious objections?
Yes.
What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work. You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say. What do you mean, nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said?
Uh-huh. Isn't what obvious?
When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Walkie drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Walkie threw away.
You're right.
He's just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong.
Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended.
While it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote a love letter in my own blood that was seized by a teacher and posted on the blackboard for all to see, and for this the appellation "for" might be prefixed to my name as for this issue at hand. What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this?
Well, what if what he threw wasn't a pistol?
And it had to be something. Then it had to be something else. At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking. I want that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? It's a knife. I don't need to look at it. It's weird. It's on the different button.
Is that a sword? I saw one of those on the late night movie last night. Great, sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it. His prints. This single piece of evidence proves two important things. 1, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. 2, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. Indeed. Oh, full ahead. You're forgetting 2 other things you've just proven. 1, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Walkie-Talkie. 2, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim. That's a different problem. If he was holding a knife, he couldn't have shot him. His hands were busy. Oh! Indeed. Never underestimated Gavin, is a lesson here. This court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please. It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming. Yes, that is what I said, assuming. If that were a probable situation at all, as if that were a probable situation at all. And here you are, assuming that my assumption is no better. What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. Shot to call. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Why didn't you chase the killer? He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, I could have run him down, yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. Did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also now know that there was no one else there? It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not? Does it not, Mr. Justice? I better find a way to take this testimony down, quick. Not prevent the killer from leaving. Which way did the killer run? By that time, it was clear that the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from the Kitaki mansion. But Jung, don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All I had to do was look back once he was out of sight. How did he know that's where I was going? Or could I simply leave the scene in good conscience? You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing. If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of a science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. Nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor. Doing chemistry? Oh, cool answer. Very cool. There's nothing strange about how he acted. Percy looks like she has something to say. What's up? There we go, I use my cell phone to call the police. Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism, a proof in 3 parts. Exquisite, simply exquisite. He actually looks like he's going to cry. What's with you? Say something. So the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later. I saw no one else. Interesting. Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes? I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. Is that all?
No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing. It was late at night. It's not odd to think there would be few people around in the park. So we just stood there watching. Not much to go on there. Trucy, if you've got something to say, by all means say it. I can't find a single problem with that testimony. Had enough at last, forehead. Maybe it's time to back off a bit. Never back down. The defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin? I'll let him play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I'll amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head. Very well, you may continue with the cross-examination. Let's see. Trying to pay attention to those body language things. Interesting. What was he using when I had to confront him before? There's definitely a hands up one, but I don't know if it's this one or the other one. Rent. Should not leave the scene in good conscience. Sure. That's the one that seems most likely to have an issue, but I'm not sure anything I have would indicate that. Maybe I do need to, like, this witness is way too self-assured. There's gotta be a weakness somewhere in this testimony. It's no suspicious. Else in detail. Anything could happen, but nothing ended up happening. Nothing happened, which is to say nothing. Late at night, no one's there. Should go on. See, if you got something to say, say it. There isn't anything left to unravel in this testimony after all. Some of us have glamorous careers we'd like to get back to. We would like to get back to this month, forehead. I don't have enough to put Walkie away yet. Should I back off for now? I mean, I guess. I don't have another... There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all. It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. And after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. Mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. No! Seems we've come to the end of the line here. No, that can't be all. Unfortunate. Seems you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, forehead? I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Walkie Talkie. That seems a little quick. Who's yelling? Ah! Trucy? Nobody move! Who could this be? What's the meaning of this? Who are you? There'll be no verdict in this court, not yet. Wait, are you one of the Kitakis? The Kitakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Adjourn the court for 20 minutes. What? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of... Judge. I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess 20 minutes or I promise you will regret it. Wait! How did he disappear so fast? Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo.
Suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man. Normal things are happening here. He's safe. Right. Let's keep going. June 16th, 11:17 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Trucy! Trucy! You move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show. Trucy, you're okay. I thought. Don't cry, Apollo. It's good for nothing gangsters. There's some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges.
Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else...
Ah! What the heck is that?
Surprised? This is one of my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat.
Where do you keep that? Just like under your cape? Looks heavy. You look marvelous, darling.
He's a big hit on stage at the Wonder Bar.
Yes, I'm a big hit.
Well, what do you think? Do you like it?
You mean, Trucy, there are some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges.
Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. It's you who's being threatened here.
Uh-huh.
Remember what you said to Waki's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son.
But that testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do?
Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will.
Trucy, no more staged abductions, please.
I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we've got.
You can see what he's feeling.
Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was contradiction in his testimony. All the times.
All the times there was a contradiction. He had his hands up. I don't remember which pose it was specifically, if he was looking to the side or looking more head on. I have a vague recollection. Well, I think I remember them, sure.
There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in. And each time, there was a contradiction.
His hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. I was completely wrong.
He said the man tossed aside a pistol, but it turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there was a contradiction.
Well, that's true, but how does that help us?
Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit.
In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand.
Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense, and he fiddled with the corner of a page in his book.
How am I supposed to see that?
Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker?
What?
I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling.
You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games?
It's not cheating, officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker, after all, but not good enough to go undefeated that long.
Great, so he cheated. What does that do for us? I don't believe this.
You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth.
Watch a testimony? Perceive the truth.
The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose. Not true. Daddy said so. He said that you have the power, Apollo.
Mr. Wright said that? Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings. Is she serious?
Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo.
Was that she said before the trial started? Mr. Wright's not here today.
He said his old foot injury was acting up. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine, as long as you're there, Trucy.
Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice. Let's do it. Apollo. You know, I'm starting to think I can do this.
I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing.
Huh?
Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can.
I just flew in from the coast and boy are my arms tired.
Right.
June 16th, 11:40 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now back in session. Right, we're fine. I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Ah, right, Tim. Don't worry about him. I settled that. You settled that? Yes, it was an out-of-court settlement. Right. Perhaps Fraulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right?
I think he's on to me.
I wish you would stop being so cool. Let's dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Right. The defense would like to request another cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something. There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honor. Don't forget Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. Not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene, 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. My cell phone. I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all. Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot. Focus. If only it were that easy. My ears hear what he says. My eyes see his expression. I have to do something more. What other senses do I have? What's this? My bracelet? Huh? Is it magic? Magic bracelet. Where'd you get it? What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow.
I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony.
I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet is trying to tell me something. Cross-examination. Use my cell phone to call the police. I mean, I guess we'll just try to press this again. So you called immediately after witnessing the murder. Police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them?
Wait, Apollo! This has to be it.
Wait, you mean his habit?
Don't forget, Apollo. When he's unsure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. I said this 2 minutes ago. Hear it again.
The only time he even had the book open was here. Which means this is the place to look for this habit. I don't know how I know, but I know.
Know what?
It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness.
Your bracelet?
It's got a button up there now. I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you were talking about, Trucy. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. You sound like a crazy person. Okay, I hate that it's up there, actually. That's a bad place for it to be. Okay, I just need to touch my bracelet with Y as it reacts to the testimony. But what's going on? I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly. It's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else.
Apollo?
Trucy, what's happening to me?
This is what I meant by focusing.
Focusing.
In the state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does.
That's great, but this is
Kind of freaking me out. Just look for Mr. Stickler's switch. His habit. You remember it, right?
Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with a page of his book.
You've got it. Right now you're looking at the witness's face. Your eyes are sort of bugging out.
I'll bet they are.
First, move your attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand.
His hand?
You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place.
She's right, I can only see his face like this. Time to try changing my viewpoint.
Perfect! Now you're really ready.
Ready for what?
Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch.
Perceive?
Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. And watch for his habit.
Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page?
That's right. That's your signal to look closer, to perceive with Y. Find his weak spot, and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush.
Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter.
I'm a magician, thank you very much.
So to pay attention to his words and his fingers.
Don't worry, if you miss it, you can always try again.
Right. Look out, nervous twitch. Here comes justice. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. I see. Oh, no, I got it. I have to push a button while it's doing that.
Gotcha!
Normal. I saw it. Just now, I could see it. Mr. Justice, do you have something to say? Oh, this banging of desks, it's quite bad for my circulation, you know. Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? At the very moment you mentioned your cell phone. What are you talking about? I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask, let's see it, I guess. I don't know. Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone. Why, whatever for? Show me and you'll find out. Well, I don't have it, you see. You don't have it. Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone? Where did you get that?
That's the phone from yesterday.
Look, a cell phone.
Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure.
I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Wait a minute. What's the meaning of this? This cell phone was found yesterday in the Maractus Clinic garage. The Maractus... Why, that's where the victim lived. That's impossible. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police? It's true, I didn't have my cell phone that night. That's why it can be said that I called the police from a public payphone. A payphone? So you didn't call on your cell phone after all. Just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler? Well, to indicate it with starting a high degree of accuracy, it was right around here. You had to leave the whole park. So anyone could have been around at the time. That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie? There can be only one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage. What are you saying? Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all. But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime. So I were trying to kill him. Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night. Well, yes, but no. The sign of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true I lost my cell phone, but you can't prove that I lost it that night. Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicions as to a connection with the crime. Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime. Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove that the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Of course I have evidence. Oh, I like your swagger. Go ahead, hit it. The court will see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say. The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder is... Yeah, because it would have had to be dropped after the car got back to there, which would have been after Phoenix got hit by a car, which was that night. So this should do it. That's a side view mirror. As it so happens, Dr. Maractus's car was in an accident that took place the night of the murder. An accident? An accident. It happened a little after 9 p.m., just outside of People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Maractus's car hit a pedestrian. What are you trying to say? From the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the incident, which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground, right under the wheel. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder in the park. Mr. Stickler, you know what this means. You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected. Mr. Justice, are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Paul Maractus? No, stop. This is too much. It can't be happening. Prosecutor, say something. I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Paul Maractus. That is, other than this.
I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I know that face. That's the face of guilt. Stickler's truth. At night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on my way back. In the garage. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Yes, well, as you can see, my model of cell phone has a defect. It is given to rolling. It is quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. That does not look like it would roll. You're just incorrect. Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. That's funny. The bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony.
This nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around.
Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes Justice. At night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I hate that that's just up there. Can I do something about that? It's covering his head. If it were, like, in the corner, that'd be better. Which button is that? Can I do something about this? That's not really it. I just want you to go and hide somewhere. No! Great. That's a bad place for it. If it were, like, over here. Whatever. So you went shopping, which means you were holding a grocery bag when you witnessed the murder taking place? Well, yes, of course. Incidentally, the prosecution has received no report of this domestic detail. Mr. Stickler, can you explain yourself? No, wait, I mean, yes, I did go shopping, really. I walked around the supermarket trying out the free samples. It's a deeply spiritual time for me. I'm sure the store clerks would disagree.
Do you think sampling free foods counts as a religion?
In any case, that night, I sampled to my heart's content, and I was on my way home, and I was on my way back home, yes. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. That's when you passed in front of the Maroctus clinic. Why, yes, that's correct.
That was a pretty suspicious pause there.
Mr. Stickler, do you think you could be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took on the night of the murder. Oh, of course. The supermarket is here, along the main road. My way home from there takes me past the Maroctus clinic. This is probably when I dropped my cell phone. Yet, what was I walked on unaware of my loss. And walked right into that fateful park. When I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. Which entrance did you enter the park from? We just saw. Well, to be exact, one might say that I went in from the entrance closest to the Maroctus clinic. The same entrance our victim used. Did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance? I have no recollection of such a thing, no. Yet, though I might have missed the tracks, I could not miss what happened next. I'm a keen observer of the obvious, you might say. I saw the killer, the victim, stand all clear as day. This part of the testimony is the key, I know it. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? I mean, we already have a good idea of who he's gonna say is the killer. But what about the stand? Do you happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, a keen observation, a healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said, noodle. Yes, that was it. You were on the other side. For remembering something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us. And thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice, what about that sign? Could that be important? We're on the other side of the incident. So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't match up to IVU's cafeteria. So apply to the school merely for a taste of our smart noodles. I wouldn't mind a taste of that myself. Even remember the sign on the stand that was pulling it said noodle.
Hold it!
We're quite certain. So that sign said noodle. You're absolutely sure. Can we move on? What are you doing? Let me be frank. Yes. In fact, the word unsure isn't even in my dictionary, nor the word uncertain, or... He was wasting time looking that stuff up. Your dictionary's bad, also, if that's the case. Noodle, eh? I like that. Tells you what you're getting. No nonsense. Tells me a lot more than that, actually. Why are you smiling like that, Apollo? Sam, I saw the defendant at the scene. Let's just press this just because we can.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely sure it was the Stop asking me the same questions over and over. This isn't some kind of makeup test. What's a makeup test, Apollo? Nothing a good student like you has to worry about. Time to find his weak spot and press it till he breaks. His habit isn't acting up, which means he isn't lying. Just kind of relying on my bracelet to get me through this one. But he's pretty unsettled. Odds are really high that you can get something out of him. That gleam in your eyes. You're a gambler's daughter, through and through. I'm a magician! Thank you very much. Incorrect. Look at this.
Objection!
And you're absolutely sure that the sign read noodle. Why, just last week my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. It read without a doubt noodle. I see. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes? Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing... here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from the spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand. And to carefully read what the sign says. See, the sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldunes. Inconceivable. I'm certain it was definitely noodle. For sure, positive. I'm afraid that your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said noodle. He saw right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would be read the way Mr. Stickler claims? What?
Mr. Justice, show us this spot. Witness actually viewed the stand from this location. Over here-ish, somewhere. Just around here. The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. How do you know that? Because we looked at the other side of the thing. We walked to the other side and read it. When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldunes, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, this side says Noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. Oh, you got me? So what? So what? What does it matter? He saw the killing from the north or south side. It makes no difference at all. He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change?
It changes everything, Apollo.
Trucy.
Remember his testimony from before? Oh, to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading.
Right. What's that? Oh, it's a garbage can.
The killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then, at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point, the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. That's why the bullet hit him right in the right temple. No contradictions, right?
Right, but if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario.
Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction, the bullet would have to hit his left temple. In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
That's right.
So, now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning.
Indeed, you are absolutely correct, Fraulein. What meaning?
The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north.
North. Aha! But that's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Correct. So if he was standing to the north, the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself. Yo!
Order! Well, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Just flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. You were still figuring that out?
Objection!
Oh, you hit the wall behind you. That's fun. Clarify one point for me, if you would, Forehead. What now? You're truly accusing this college student of murder?
Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent.
But something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer.
Oh, please look aside. I'm really a nice guy. My friends say so.
Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you going to do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? I have another crime to accuse you of, actually.
I don't think Wesley Stickler's a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now.
The word confession isn't in my dictionary.
Forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate Herr Stickler's silence. Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder? Your reason. Court's all ears. I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is there? Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crime? For evidence, court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that points to the witness's involvement in a crime. Either one of these, really. I suppose this one indicates that of where he was. Better, maybe? Because we already know he was here. We also know he was there, but a lot of people could have gone to the park.
Take that!
The evidence is this. What is that? Women's underwear.
Hey, those are mine.
Don't look at me like that. It took that long to react. Order. Mr. Stickler. Well, I can't say this comes as a shock. It's not what it seems. Pythagoras' theorem. That's not what that's called. That's not what that is. On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Maractus Clinic. Oh. Oops. The Maractus Clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally, these panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Please hear me out. Not what it looks like. Order. Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not, but it seems. So goodbye. That's a reaction. Good. So are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments? Perhaps you are not aware of my school name was originally written IV. I stands for intelligent, V stands for valiant, see? Your point. I'm not done now. I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we of the IVU science department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting. No greater challenge to science than a mystery. Come on, you're talking about a girl's panties here. No, you do not understand. Mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are promising. Can you not? I hate you, actually. The moment I first set eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. Full-size car tire was only the first mystery those panties revealed. A tire. Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. That's not all. First there was the tire, then a stew pot, and a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic. She was a magician.
Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Uh-huh.
He's talking about my magic panties trick.
I just don't understand. A broom. A pair of panties, it mocks the very laws of physics. A broom and a frozen chicken, Druzy. Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, who stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick. You say panties, but they're so much more than that. To me, they're an object for serious study. I wonder. There's been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you? I'm sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze, I thought maybe this would be the pair that would elucidate the mystery. Even that night, as she chased me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps this night I will seize the truth that lies within this. Yes, what was I? For the lacy hard pattern truth slipped through my fingers. Still, that leaves one thing unexplained. Ah, you refer to our witness's other lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact in the north. Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that? Be my guest, forehead. Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why, then, did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea?
Apollo, there's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler was standing, isn't there a...
Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show why the witness lied about his location?
Take that!
The evidence that shows why he lied is this. What? More panties? How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, Air Forehead?
These are the last, honest.
These were found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, we can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't. Alas, I am a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties. So, these panties are your handiwork as well. That's right, I'd been chased, hounded into the Miraculous Clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt? Believe me, I'd rather not. I hid in the garage for a short while, then, abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went toward the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there on a clothesline by a giant mansion, a giant pair of panties. Apparently, he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob. I had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home. I stumbled upon a murder. The murder of Dr. Maractus. Reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me? That's when you disposed of the bloomers. Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne. Fascinating, if disturbing tale. How do you hit the wall back there if it's that far away? That seems like a distance. I believe this brings today's police proceedings to a close. I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial. One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin. Regardless of where we ended up today, some vital points were made. Namely, that the defendant, Waki Kitaki, was at the scene of the crime. And he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Waki Kitaki has a clear motive. Indeed, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there was no one else at the scene of the crime. On the scene at the time. That's a fully different sentence. Yet, a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and prosecution. Yeah, baby. Okay. No problem. Very well. This brings the trial for the day to the this brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned. To be continued. But not today. Save progress, yes. We are not going to the next chapter. We are stopping for now. Right. Because now it's about 11 o'clock. About the time I stop. Yeah, that's really all there is to it, I guess. I will be back to continue with this case on Monday. Oh, you don't like being closed like that, I guess. Oh, no. Finish playing the game. I see. That's a different thing. But I'll leave through your proper menu, whatever. Anyway, I'll be back on Monday with more of this more of the case. We'll see how far we get through it. Not sure how the pacing is in this game. Anything else? Not really. Yeah, that's all. Have a nice day. Goodbye.